So guys, we are experiencing a little bit of a push for altcoins in top 100, which definitely is a bullish thing. I believe that's caused due to the fact of what Bitcoin did, and Bitcoin did obviously, all-time highs. Guys, without any further ado, remember that this video is not financial advice, and as always, if you are new, consider subscribing. Now guys, let's go into Kaspa, because that's something that I have found, and I believe that's bullish news for you guys. So here is what Kaspa devs are working on to prepare the final 10 BPS hard fork node version. This upgrade will not only make the Kaspa network the fastest decentralized network ever, but also faster than many centralized ones. So guys, this could be a big milestone once this is going to be achieved. So the most important thing is to implement the consensus parameter change from 1 BPS to 10 BPS, and this is a delicate change that needs to be implemented and tested properly. That's why it's taking so much of time. There's also work to coordinate with integrators, pools and exchanges to have them test their software on the 10 BPS network so they can be ready before such a change occurs. There is work to address archival node maintainers' concerns, especially do something for those who wish to continue running archives nodes. There's considerations for possible other features and optimizations that need to get into this. Guys, obviously we still have to wait, right? This is nothing official yet, but basically that's coming. That's good. And now Kaspa report, which I believe is bullish. So listen to that. Those who host the most Kaspa continue to buy more of it regardless of its price. This chart shows the total amount of Kaspa held by top 10% of meaningful Kaspa addresses. Over the past year, these addresses have increased their total holdings by more than 15%. We can infer several things from this trend. So guys, I would like to point out my little comment over here. Obviously the weak hands are selling, so on and so forth, but people are basically holding Kaspa. Well, that's definitely a great thing. First, we can infer that in the aggregate, those who hold the most Kaspa continue to buy more. This chart therefore reflects that large holders believe the price of Kaspa will continue to go up, as this is the main reason why they would continuously buy more. Moreover, the chart suggests that those who hold the most Kaspa are largely unaffected by its price action when making the decision to buy more, as they generally tend to accumulate Kaspa at every point in time at nearly the same pace, which can be inferred due to the straightness of the upward sloping line. This chart is also reflective of the chart that Kaspa was fair launched. This is to say that there is no pre-allocated Kaspa that is being dumped by large holders. Everyone who possesses Kaspa must have expended energy and or resources to acquire it. Guys, this is very big because, people, whales or whatever, obviously top 10 are holding Kaspa and they are buying Kaspa at whatever price, right? And we know who's buying Bitcoin like crazy at whatever price. Michael Saylor, right? Guys, this could be very big thing for the future, right? Maybe this is something like Bitcoin at, I don't know, $20 back in the days, right? Anyways, let's move, because Forbes is basically making some predictions about Kaspa, which I believe are a little bit too bearish, but, who knows? Anyways, that's very important that Forbes and big players, like such as news or whatever, are talking about Kaspa. So according to recent article on Forbes, Kaspa can trade between 18 cents to 49 cents by the end of this month. Well, that was uploaded on December 15th. That was yesterday. And guys, well, basically we've got around 2 weeks to see if that is going to happen, right? Of course, guys, it's not financial advice, right? These guys obviously are not financial advisors. Neither am I. So take it with a pinch of salt, right? But definitely could happen, considering the fact that we are experiencing a push towards the upside now, because Bitcoin saw new all-time highs, and I believe BTC is going to see spike towards the upside sooner rather than later. And now guys, Mr. Max is pointing this out. Bitcoin is currently testing the first major Fibonacci resistance area, and once the price breaks above it, the next resistance is near 155k area. Guys, that's going to be very, very bullish, but obviously the first 1.618 Fibonacci extension level was achieved, and now let's wait for the second one. And I believe with the second one, we are going to see huge pumps for altcoins. So probably this is, last, I don't know, couple of days, couple of weeks, whatever, to purchase. And I know that I'm saying this for a long time, but Anyways, let's go to altcoins, because Mr. Prof is pointing this out. You think that we are done in here, and he thinks that we are going to experience something similar to 2017 again, meaning it's going to be wilder than 2021. Everything we ever dreamed of has become reality. All the ingredients for a huge bull run are perfect. Guys, so we still haven't broke out of this, reaccumulation that's Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So looking at the previous cycle, this is something that I've been showing for a long time, right? You see what happened outside of this falling wedge formation, right? We had huge pumps for altcoins, guys, and we still haven't exited this formation. Okay, that's why I believe we are still relatively early. Nonetheless, let's have a look at some short time frame for our beloved Kaspa. So that's for hourly, guys. For hourly is basically bottoming. Now, if it comes to stochastic RSI, the price is losing support at 15 cents one and is gearing towards the downside. The question is where Kaspa potentially can stop. So let's identify a couple of potential support levels. All right, so we've got this one that's 14 cents 8. I believe that Kaspa could be supported in here. We've got a couple of confirmations right here. Obviously the price went in here, roughly here, there you go, and other ones, right? So this is probably going to be the first level of support of where Kaspa could stop. And then the next one is probably going to be roughly level of 14 cents 4. Let me actually draw a horizontal line. Now looking at the perspective of percentage, that will be a dip of 1.45%, which is obviously nothing, and the next one will be 4%, okay, roughly. So guys, obviously we've got this head and shoulders formation, and the target is roughly this line in here. We are going to look at the liquidity very soon, okay, but I would like to point out something in here, and that is moon phases. And I know that these moon phases sound ridiculous, but every single time we are basically experiencing a bull moon, the price is spiking towards the upside, just like in here, well, a little bit, but still, just like in here, let's say, and just like in here, right? I don't have to go back to kind of explain further, but at the moment we are having bull moon, and I'm not saying that the price is going to shoot up like crazy because we've got a bull moon, but let's see in a couple of days of what is going to happen. Now let's zoom it out to weekly time frame, and let's throw a MACD indicator on it to actually check if we are still in bullish momentum. So this is the thing, right? We had flip for MACD bullishly, but at the moment the momentum is going towards the downside, okay? But I would like to remind to everybody that everything is just a short term in here. 1 week is not really a lot of time, and things can change for Kaspa very quickly, right? Just like for many other projects. Everybody was shitting at them, just like right now people are shitting at Kaspa, and that can change in an instant. Doesn't mean that I'm telling you to buy Kaspa, definitely not. Doesn't mean I'm telling you not to buy, definitely not. Do your own research and do whatever the heck you want. I also suggest that you diversify your portfolio and you actually allocate some percentage of your portfolio towards different projects that are quite strong. I could highly recommend Ondo, although Ondo actually pumped like crazy, but I still believe it's quite early for Ondo. Anyways guys, if you want to keep your Kaspa safe, make sure that you check out Tangem wallet, and most importantly not only Kaspa, because Tangem supports many different coins. So the selling feature of this is that you can exchange your crypto inside of the Tangem wallet for USDT, and you don't have to send your Kaspa back to exchanges on which anything might happen, to being honest with you. So guys, with my discount code you can get minus 20% off, and you can find the links below this video, and also you can check some exchanges if you are interested. Now if we are going to zoom out to weekly on crypto bubbles, we can see that nothing is really running that much yet, okay? Obviously on a monthly things are a little bit different, but I believe that the calm is before the storm at the moment, okay? We're going to look at the liquidity levels. First of all, BTC, guys. Obviously after such a huge pump, people are longing BTC, which obviously is not a surprise, right? So let's have a look at all of the exchanges on 7 daily for BTC. So you see what's going on. So we've got 11.8 billion worth of longs versus how many shorts for BTC? 2.27 billion, okay? So that's definitely much juicier, okay? If the price is going to pull back right now, people are going to get liquidated. And we can see what's going on, right? They put their stop losses in here, 101,674. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin would dip into these levels, towards these levels. And now guys, let's have a look at our beloved Kaspa. So let's put Kaspa in here, let's say on Binance. So now everybody is shorting Kaspa. Unlike Bitcoin, this is opposite situation based on liquidity. So Kaspa dipped towards the downside, and now everybody is betting that the price is going to go lower. Heck, probably in this case it's going to go higher, but let's see. So we've got 1.26 million worth of shorts versus almost 500k. So let's have a look at all of the exchanges for our beloved Kaspa on a daily first. So we see we've got $3.65 million, and on the 7 daily everybody is still shorting Kaspa. So probably Kaspa is going to spike towards the upside, right? Opposite of what people are usually thinking. Let's actually put Kaspa if it comes to our liquidity map, and let's see what is popping over here, guys. So first of all, Binance 24 hours, you see guys, right? So Kaspa basically reached this level, liquidated everybody in here, liquidated these longs, and now lots of liquidity in the is in area of 16 cents. So let me actually zoom it to 3 daily. Let's see what's going on 3 daily. So Kaspa just grabbed this liquidity. Yes, it's definitely possible that we can see some deviation towards the downside to grab these last bits of liquidity in here, and then most likely, in my personal humble opinion, the price of Kaspa is going to go to 16 cents and probably reclaim 16 cents 5. Let's have a look at 16 cents and 16 cents 5. How much is that going to be in terms of percentage? All right, so we've got 16 cents, that's 8%, and 16 cents 5, that is going to be roughly, ladies and gents, 11, well, almost 12%. Okay, so I believe that Kaspa potentially can do, you know, quick whoopsie doopsie and then probably spike towards the upside, guys. Let's see in coming 24 hours. But now, besides looking at Kaspa's chart, we also have to, you know, monitor other charts, which I'm always telling you about, and that is BTC's dominance. So that's a weekly time frame. Okay, it doesn't really look that scary from the standpoint of weekly. All right, but now let's move to the daily time frame, and as you guys can see, we have such situation, right? So we have this bear flag formation, and in this bear flag formation, the dominance still haven't closed above this, and potentially it can get rejected. But again, these are only technicals, right? We've got another area of confluence, and that is stochastic RSI being on the top on a daily. Okay, so that's the thing, we have to monitor this. Obviously, a little bit of a scary thing is that MACD is coming back towards the upside, but let's have a look at weekly. All right, so weekly time frame is showing us such thing if it comes to stochastic RSI, but MACD is still showing downward momentum, and I trust this weekly momentum much more rather than daily. So now guys, let's have a look at Ethereum's dominance, because Ethereum's dominance is inversely correlated, obviously, and now Ethereum's dominance is slowly making its way towards the upside. Okay, let's see if that is going to go towards the upside in the next 24 hours. And now others dominance, where our Kaspa is. So guys, this is weekly. All right, we have to close above this level here firstly, and then we are going to talk about you know, altcoin season, basically, because altcoins are not dominating at the moment. However, from the standpoint of the daily time frame, we see that, you know, the dominance was trying to make its way towards the upside and potentially conquer this level of resistance, but we haven't even reached there. Okay, so we have downward momentum. However, USDT dominance is on a downward momentum, right? Because we had these scary moments where everybody thought that altcoin season is cancelled, but as I was mentioning in a previous video, is that most likely we are going to see the spike towards this level of resistance at 4.37%, and then we are experiencing downward momentum, right? So what we can see, maybe something like this again, creating lower highs, just like in here. Okay, maybe this is going to be the case. Let's see, guys. But you know, I do expect this proper dump for USDT dominance, which means that everybody is going to be deploying money into our beloved altcoins. So guys, to conclude this video, I believe that Kaspa is going to go towards the levels of 16 cents to grab this liquidity. And now, overall picture, I believe that now is probably the last time to accumulate any other altcoins if you're interested into not holding only Kaspa. Because if we are going to go to total 3 in here, guys, that's everything that's excluding BTC and Ethereum. Let me actually zoom it out to weekly. This is where we are at the moment. Okay, we are basically at previous all-time highs for altcoins, okay? And you see what happened in previous time when basically altcoins reached its previous all-time highs. We had this expansion, right? That so-called banana zone, and I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it's probably going to happen when Mr. Donald is going to reach office, okay? Or even earlier. Guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and as always, peace and love crypto.